Most stories of creation start with a god alone, springing everything from the state before creation. But what if it's not the whole story? What existed before God? What if, in that absolute nothingness before time began, God wasn't the ultimate power? The Devi Bhagavatam describes a moment that shatters his image of solitude. Before creation could start, before a lotus could sprout from Vishnu's navel, something huge had to happen first. His mystic sleep, Yoga Nidra, wasn't just a simple rest. It was a state held in place by a power far greater than himself. And when that power chose to reveal herself, the entire cosmos woke up. Namaste friends, welcome to a brand new season of Chaturya, the fourth state. I'm your host, K. Kumar, bestselling author of Daiva and Naaga, Dakini, and Rakshasa. If you have loved my work, you would know that the force driving every story I tell is pure primal energy. It is a Shakti. And today we begin a journey into one of the most powerful and transformative texts, the Devi Bhagavatam. This Purana shifts the focus from the popular male trinity, the Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and reveals the primal power that makes their very existence possible, the Divine Mother, Maha Shakti. If you want to understand the true force behind creation, preservation, and destruction, this is where you start. Of course, this doesn't mean that the other Puranas and other theories about our great gods are false. No. And that is the beauty of our religion, of our culture. This monumental new season, season 2 of Chaturya, is the start of our Devi Bhagavatam tales. And in this first episode, we uncover the secret of the primordial mother's call. But before we continue, let me ask you a favor. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon for notifications. Your support keeps me motivated, and trust me, this series needs a lot of motivation as there will be over 100 episodes. So let's begin. The Devi Bhagavatam begins not with a goddess, but with a question. It was a long time ago, 1,000 great sages, led by the wise Shaunaka, gathered in the sacred Naimisharanya forest. Fearing the chaos and darkness of the coming Kali Yuga, they approached Sutaroma Harshana and asked him one thing: what is the single, perfect path to liberation that even the Kali Yuga cannot corrupt? Suta's answer forms the foundation of this entire Devi Bhagavatam. He told them that the source of all peace, virtue, and liberation lies in the Divine Mother. She is the Mahadevi, the Parashakti. To understand what's happening, we need to go back to a time before time. Imagine an end, not just of a day or a life, but the end of everything. I'm talking about the Mahapralaya, the great dissolution. The universe, with all its galaxies, all life forms, gods and asuras, all has been withdrawn. Life, as we would ever know it, has ended. Space has collapsed. All that is left is a vast, dark, silent expanse known as the cosmic ocean, the Ekarnava. It's an ocean of pure potential energy, a nothingness that holds the seed of everything. And floating on these still primordial waters is a single being, Bhagavan Vishnu. He lies on the coils of the great serpent Ananta. Vishnu thus is called Narayana, which means the one who rests in the water. And this isn't mere sleeping, because Narayana is in Yoga Nidra, a yogic sleep where consciousness is turned completely inward, focused only on the infinite reality of the self. It is a state of perfect stillness. The preserver, Vishnu, rests, holding the memory of all past creations and the potential for all future ones inside his divine mind. It's an image of perfect tranquility, the infinite serpent holding the preserver of the universe on an endless ocean. But this peaceful scene hides a huge philosophical question. If all creation has dissolved, ended, then what is holding up this ocean where Vishnu is lying? Who's holding up the serpent Anantashesha, and what power allows even the great Vishnu to rest in this state? The common narrative says Vishnu is the ultimate source, but the Devi Bhagavatam tells us to look deeper. The answer is that Vishnu isn't alone. He's being held, sustained, and watched over. The silence of Ekarnava isn't empty. It is pregnant with a power that hasn't yet chosen to act. And into this absolute silence, something new erupts. It's not a sound, but a shattering of the stillness. As Vishnu lies on Ananta in Ekarnava, a light begins to bloom in the heart of the void. a radiance so intense it's described as having the brilliance of 1,000 million suns. It's a blinding electric energy that pulses with life. Throwing aside the primordial darkness, the waters of the cosmic ocean begins to stir, and the great serpent Ananta trembles. From the heart of this light, a figure emerges. It is a goddess of overwhelming beauty and power. This is the Devi, and she is not part of the void. She is its master from the beyond. The cataclysmic event jolts Vishnu from his yoga nidra. His eyes flutter open, but he doesn't see a stranger. Although clueless, but deep inside he knows, and he sees the source. A look of recognition dawns on his face as he beholds the cosmic mother, and he begins to praise her with a flood of names that reveal her true identity. She is Jagadambika, the mother of the universe. She is Mahamaya, the great illusion, the weaver of reality. She is Purna Prakriti, or complete nature, recognizing that she is not only the creator, but the very substance of creation. And in that moment, the preserver, Vishnu, becomes the devotee. He acknowledges that his power, his rest, and his very existence are all gifts from the Devi. He knows his sleep is over because she has willed it. But here's where it gets truly mind-bending. To understand what's happening, we have to pause the story and explore the revolutionary philosophy behind it. The Devi Bhagavatam says that the mother goddess, called Devi or Shakti, isn't just part of the divine, she's the whole thing. She's a source from which everything, including the great male gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, emerge. Now, this might be confusing or this might be contradictory to what many of you might have heard, but that's okay. Think of it this way. Imagine the universe is a divine electrical grid. Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer, are like cosmic entities, each with a critical job, which is required for the sustenance of the universe. But she is the electricity itself. She is Shakti, the raw fundamental power that flows through them, letting them do their jobs. Without her, Brahma cannot create, Vishnu cannot sustain, Shiva cannot destroy. They are the functions, but she is a function holder, the very principle of energy that makes existence possible. This power has many names. She's known as Mahamaya, the great illusion, like I said before. But this isn't an illusion like a magic trick. It's more like a divine dream. The reality that we experience is a projection of her consciousness, a wheel she weaves so that the one ultimate reality can experience itself as many. What if the simulation theory so popular today is just a modern echo of this ancient idea that our universe isn't a computer's code, but a goddess's dream? Of course, there are other theories and philosophies which says that we are in Vishnu's dream, but that's for another day. Coming back to the Devi, she is the Prakriti. This means she is both the one who creates and the material used for creation. She's the artist who dreams up the painting, but she's also the canvas, the paint, and the brush. Everything is made from her. This is the profound truth Vishnu realizes when he wakes up. The idea of a supreme feminine power as the source of all reality is very, very powerful. It challenges many of the stories we think we know. What do you think? Does this change how you see the roles of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this episode, the very first episode of the Devi Bhagavatam series on Chaturya, the 4th state channel, then make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out our next journey into ancient wisdom of the Devi Bhagavatam. But what does the Divine Mother say to Vishnu when she calls him from his sleep? How does she commission the next act of creation? And what hindrance is lying between Vishnu, Brahma, and creation? Find out as the story unfolds in the upcoming episode 2 of this Devi Bhagavatam series on Chaturya, the 4th state. So until then, Namaste, and may the Devi be with you.